Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the mighty quest for epic loot, and this is probably going to be the last episode in quite a long time. Because, honestly, I've lost my interest in the game. I loved the game prior to the last update, and since the game went into open beta, I just feel that Ubisoft have killed it, at least for me, and I'm just not enjoying it. It's far too time consuming now, and it's no longer fun, and I'll try and explain why. First of all, when you're starting off, as you can see from the people who've attacked me, lost. I actually won, and I got called a noob. So basically, every single person who's attacked me has won, and except for one guy. And that one guy who actually lost in my castle decides that I'm the noob. So, yeah, I can't explain that, but Yellow Bean, if you're watching this, you're an idiot. You really are. You're the only person who's lost in my castle so far, and yet you think I'm the noob. But yeah, just not having fun. Losing gold, losing life force, losing crowns, and it's all come down to a change in the game mechanics. Since open creation was introduced, it's basically killed all the creativity in the game. I mean, how can you do that? Open creation basically allowed you to place traps wherever you wanted to custom build groups of mobs and monsters, and somehow, in my opinion, Ubisoft have just gone and fucked it up. It's not intuitive now. It's very difficult to build a working castle, and it's impossible to build a decent defense at low tier, and the only way to get out of low tier is to attack, and I don't like attacking. So previously, before the last update, the game was split in two. You had attack and you had defend. And I preferred the castle building. I preferred the creation. I preferred building castles that players found challenging, and preferably kill them. But it doesn't work that way anymore. And the reason being is you cannot gather enough resources to upgrade your castle and your monsters and your traps without attacking. So you are being forced, in order to make a better castle, to attack others. And I'm an old guy. I really don't have the twitch reflexes to be able to do that anymore. I prefer to focus on the defense side of things, but I can't, because I can't defend anymore due to the fact I can't upgrade my castle without attacking other people, and that's my first issue. My second issue is what they have done is they have tied defending into attacking. So as you can see, I've built my castle here, but it is not validated. I keep on getting this last modification's not updated, so every time I make a little tweak, a little change, I have to attack my own castle in order for the castle to be validated, in order for other players to attack it. So it's forcing me to attack my own castle, which seems reasonable, but the fact is I'm not a very good attacker, and that basically boils down to, if I can run my castle in a certain amount of time, as you can see I've run it previously in 136, anyone who is a better attacker, has better DPS, has better reflexes is going to be able to beat that time. My castle will only be ever as good as I can attack. Anyone who's going to be a better attacker, has better equipment, or is able to put out more DPS, is always going to beat my castle faster than I can beat it myself. So basically, not only are you being forced into the attack mode of the game in order to upgrade your castle, you're now being forced into the attack mode of the game in order to validate your castle, and it all boils down to you will never validate your castle quicker than someone who is a better attacker than you. So you are never ever going to be able to build your castle like you could pre-open beta to a point where your castle could defend itself and you could go away and not play Mighty Quest for 4 or 5 days, come back and have earned gold, have earned life force, have earned crowns from people failing to beat your castle. You can't do that now, because you end up coming back to the game every couple of days to something like this, where it's loss after loss after loss after loss. So yes, you could look through these replays and you could tweak a few things, but then you have to attack your castle after tweaking these things, and anyone who's a better attacker than you is going to be able to beat your castle anyway. I mean, what's the point of building a castle that you have to beat in order to validate it? I mean, the whole joy of building an unbeatable castle is now gone, because you can't. You can't build an unbeatable castle anymore, because you have to beat it yourself in order to validate it. And yes, you could figure out where the traps are and where they work, and you could possibly beat your castle, but that is only for players as skillful as you. Anyone who's better than you is going to have an easier time even beating your castle, where you know everything is, and it's just taken the joy out of this game for me. I was a Dungeon Keeper fan, loved the defense mode, but not anymore, because there is no defense mode anymore. The defense mode used to be half of the game. Now the defense mode seems as if it's just been tacked on, glued on to the attack portion of the game, and I just don't find it fun enough. I don't think the game is worthy of me spending a couple of hours every day on it, trying to level up, trying to get gold and resources by attacking other people in order to upgrade a castle that most other people are going to be able to beat anyway. So no matter what I'm doing in this game, the game is forcing me into the attack mode, which I don't like doing. So since the game has entered open beta, this is the only one I have actually won. This is the only player I have been able to beat in my castle. And he doesn't even take a wrong turn. He heads straight into my treasure room. I should point out that this is only one of 2 players who didn't fall for my diversion on the other side of the castle. So, yeah, he's just charging through, killing all my mobs. There's no pressure, no problem. He's hitting traps, he's killing mobs. He's getting a little bit short on time. He's only got about half a minute left. And he's almost dead. My archers have hit him. And there he dies. So, he is the only player I've beaten, and he's the only player who decided to insult me by calling me a noob. This guy doesn't count. He called me a scrub, but that's my brother. So let's just ignore that one. As you can see, 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars. Only one player has actually managed to beat my castle fully, but it doesn't matter because these are all defense losses. It doesn't matter that they weren't able to beat my castle in time. I still lost. I still lost gold, still lost life force, still lost crowns on all of these, even though the players have not been able to get 3 stars. This is the only guy who has kicked my ass, and yet I'm still losing. And I really don't want to put in the time and effort to try and get to level 24, which is where all the traps and all your mobs start to become effective. Up till 24, level 24, it's pretty much going to be experiencing loss after loss after loss, and the only way to recoup those losses is to attack other players. The rate of fire on this guy is just amazing. This guy has one huge amount of DPS. Look how quickly he's able to fire. He's going through my mobs as if they're not even there. And look at all that life force I'm losing. So I'm trying to be creative. I'm trying to build castles that players will enjoy, but at the same time, castles that are challenging, and open creation will just not let me do that.
Nice door.
So there we go. I've just lost 3 stars. He's the only player to have beaten me comprehensively, and he only managed it by 2 seconds, and he still managed to avoid 5 or 6 of my monsters. So yeah, I'm here in Mighty Quest, and I'm logged into play, and I looked at all of these losses, and I just don't feel it. I just don't feel like playing. And every time I log into Mighty Quest recently, this is about the 3rd time in about 5 days I've logged in order to play. I end up playing for about 20 minutes, get bored, and quit. And I really can't justify the time and effort that goes into making these videos and posting them for a game I no longer enjoy. And I'm not taking a swipe at Ubisoft. This is the direction they chose to go. The game is still open beta. Things may change, but at the moment, since the closed open beta update, and calling something open creation that is actually pigeonholing and forcing someone to play the game the way Ubisoft want us to play it, it's just not my idea of a game. And quite frankly, if the game had been like this and in this state when I first started playing in closed beta, I probably would have uninstalled it straight away and not wasted time making videos, not wasting time building up a castle and exploring and basically having fun. If this had been the state the game had been in, or if this was the state the game was in when I first started playing it, there would be no Mighty Quest for Epic Loot videos, and I would probably have uninstalled and waited for the game's full release before retrying it. But I ended up spending money on this in closed beta because I liked the way the game was going. I liked the freedom. I liked the fact it wasn't forcing me to attack people. and that I could just focus on the dungeon keeper aspect of the game. And that was enough, impressed me enough for me to spend money on it. But I just feel it's been a waste of money. As the new direction the game has taken is just not for me. And maybe that's my issue. That's not Ubisoft's issue. They had a vision. They changed it. And that's what betas are for. So this is me signing off from Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I'm never going to say I'm not going to bring you another Mighty Quest video, but until the game is changed to something I actually want to play, then this is pretty much it. Now please remember, this is my opinion. If you like Diablo gameplay and you like the twitchiness, it's still a great game. But I'm an old man with bad reflexes, and they've turned it into a young person's game. And that's my only complaint. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you again in other games, in other videos. But it might be quite a while before there's another Mighty Quest for Epic Loot video. As I say, I signed in to get some gameplay today, and I'm just not in the mood. And it seems to be every time I sign into MQEL, or Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, I'm just... I take one look at all of these castles I need to attack in order to build up my resources, and I just couldn't be arsed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.